Imagine this scenario. You enter a space full of men. You give a commanding attention dressed in a good-looking attire, a loud voice, and you possess all the solutions. You try to project authority, but something does not feel right. While they are all well-mannered, something seems to be missing in their gaze. Their respect feels forced. You feel the need to over-explain always, and they stay emotionally detached. At the same time, you notice a second person in the meeting. He does not stand out in a crowd. He does not express strong emotions. He does not need to command attention or brag about what he has done. Still, for some reason, all the men pay attention to him. They watch him closely as he talks. They value his advice. He baffles you as you think about what he has that you lack. What if I told you that everything you learned about gaining male respect is fundamentally wrong? And what if I shared that the respect of other men can be elicited effortlessly through a rare quality that most men do not even contemplate? Today, I'm going to explain what male respect and influence are, and how men respect those who possess a certain quality and disregard those who force it. But be warned, what you are about to learn is going to shatter your beliefs about masculinity, power, and your worth. This is not just advice. This is a new way to understand things that will reconceptualize how you see yourself and how you relate to the world. Focus, as the principle I will explain, will forever change your view about respect. Before we dive into what this quality is, we need to destroy the biggest lie that's been sold to men about respect. Society has sold to you the idea that respect for men is a form of an access checklist, that men will respect you if you have a certain level of confidence, plus excess muscle and wealth. This is the strategy sold to men, showing confidence at all times, enduring and never showing any form of weakness, and being unchallengeable for the men. The men who buy this idea keep building their self-image through external achievements for many years, while being ignored and unrespected by other men. The end result is a mix of confusion, frustration, and deep anger, all because you blindly followed a roadmap for a self-image that doesn't exist. Let me share something with you that they don't want you to know. Men don't respect your confidence as a self-presentation. They respect how well you have stabilized your life. They do not respect your belongings. They respect you as a person when you are under pressure. The most respected quality a man can possess is non-reactivity. Non-reactively is calmness. Non-reactivity is the ability to be calm, balanced, and unbothered by outside events. Most men do not develop this ability because they are too preoccupied with trying to project confidence. I hope non-reactivity is the concept that changes your understanding of respect. This is what is responsible for every genuine respect a man is given and the influence he wields. An example will clarify something very important. Picture yourself at a bar with 10 other men. One of them is overly chatty, trying to get everyone to listen to him while talking. Another is a listener. He does not budge. But if the atmosphere gets a bit heated, or somebody makes a sarcastical remark, the grounded man takes a measured breath and responds unemotionally and deliberately. The try-hard man, in contrast, takes a deep breath to reclaim his so-called alpha status, becomes aggressive. In that moment, all the men in the room will start respecting the grounded man. He remains calm, while everyone is trying to get him to react. Here is something else that most men do not understand. It is quite easy to lose respect from your peers for something that is shallow, and respect as a whole is something that is a much deeper issue than simply energy. A good example of this is how you wish to be perceived under fire and in moments of intense pressure. Surely, a man who appears in control of himself will earn the respect from everybody in attendance, compared to a man who commands the attention of the crowd. A good example of developing non-reactivity is the skill of not paying attention to the useless distractions that others throw your way. It is simply not reacting to everything that is going on around you. The way most people seem to be angry as soon as they feel that something baiting is directed their way to the totally calm, composed way of handling things that is so rare and powerful to possess. Under control of you all commands respect, and your peers will pay admiration to your name and your actions. Here's a mind-bending truth that will change everything. Non-reactiveness, as a stoic disposition, does not stem from forcing oneself into silence. Instead, it springs from inner peace and self-acceptance. An entire lifetime pursuing external validation markers like status, money, a chiseled physique, or even fame is the reality for most men. The assumption that a sufficient accumulation of these shallow indicators will automatically result into becoming unshakable is a delusion. The reality is External validation does not grant authentic unflappability whatsoever. Rather, it creates a fragile, conditional poise that can vanish in an instant when those markers of validation are jeopardized. Real unshakability is an internal state derived from acceptance and peace of being who you are, independent of external validation or circumstances. Attempting to be stoic and forcing a non-reactive approach instead results in internal whispers telling you, "You're not sufficient," as is. This internalized message creates the opposite of intended results and renders you more hyper-reactive. Here's the roadmap for non-reactive self-mastery. Firstly, implement self-acceptance. Focus on being okay with yourself, even the imperfections. Secondly, understand the areas in which your emotions are triggered. Pinpoint the situations or comments that evoke an emotional reaction. Thirdly, implement the pause and observe approach. In situations where triggers occur, hold off from instant reaction and observe emotions without judgment. Fourth, pick your response. After observing the emotions, decide on the response. The men who understand this truth no longer outwardly seek for this confidence and begin nurturing inner calmness. Focus on these guiding principles, and you will realize that men begin to show you an increased level of regard. This is so because non-reactivity demonstrates the most prized attributes a man can possess: emotional mastery, self-control, serenity, unwavering, unshakable, and a leader. Most men lack emotional self-control and are very irritable. Thus, the moment you come across a composed and unbothered man, his presence is automatically a boost to your regard. Men of this caliber will recognize your strength and will respect you. The process of non-reactivity takes time, but the efforts definitely will pay off. While doing this inner work, your self-respect will increase, and as a result, others will respect you as well. You will start to live the life you want to live, and your life will not be dictated by how others want to see you. Ironically, respect will be bestowed upon you the moment you start valuing your own peace. At this moment, what you will hold is the rarest quality in this day and age: a man who knows his worth, and nothing, not even the expectations of the world, will ever shake him. You, on the other hand, will be seen as a stoic man surrounded by a world of worries. There are no techniques that guarantee success in this, and this is the magic of life. Above everything else, this is simply about going through a process of deep change, both external and internal. Change to the man who you will be in awe of. Would you like to work on the very first pillar of respect?